Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from the bank. Fielded at the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little face?
A hundo, partner. 100%.
And to do it on the ground to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
Extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes George Halani. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A 28-yard pickup there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, Darnold. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Halani on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Into traffic. Complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Makes the grab and bounds left side. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That one hits for 30. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Caught by Elijah Arroyo. He's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
This is Walker on second. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you've got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign him for it.
Walker on 1st down. Running in the red zone. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. They'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we return. Our score, 14-0. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. 1st and goal, here's Walker. And he'll score, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. It's away from 1. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Headed out right. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. They connect on the deep shot. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-point lead.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with this speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Now Darnold off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Elijah Arroyo the target on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. Here's a screen now for Walker. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens, 3rd down. And again, it's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Walker running right. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Here's Darnold to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. He's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The drive begins with Henry, and they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Return it.
Another run for Henry. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. Offense up to the line fast.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
They go play fake with Jackson. He rolls to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Play fake, Jackson. Buying some time right. He's going to try another deep one here. This is caught inside the 15. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covers cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L, catch a plane. I'd probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better